else I gotta do? It ain't too much for me to say and shit I gotta prove. So stay the fuck up out my way, you see they got you dude. And a few can torn away, I'm in a bad mood. Please don't fuck with me today, what else I gotta do? It ain't too much for me to say and shit I gotta prove. So stay the fuck up out my way, you see they got you dude. And a few can torn away, I'm in a bad mood. I bring, please don't fuck with me today. They say Prissy ain't on top of his shit, I beg to differ. Nah, fuck that, I don't beg.
Yo, excuse me. Actually meant to do a video way before now, but I've been trying to control my emotions all night, or rather all week, since the week began. You know, there was a lot of stuff I really wanted to say, but then I realized it was best to not say it. Something I'm still learning, you know, that I can't, you know, say everything I feel. Or if I do, I gotta try to find a way to say it. It doesn't come off too, I guess, irrational. But I'm just gonna jump right into what I'm feeling right now. Like, again, had been going back and forth recently, and first off, I want to say I'm gonna have to apologize a little bit because I got a little bit of a cold, and I took some medicine. But obviously, it's not going to really kick in until I go to sleep, and I am a little bit asleep, a little bit sleepy. It's after 3, and you know, so I'm drowsy. I'm tired. I'm depressed, very depressed, and like I said, I was angry because I just been going back and forth between feelings of angry and, you know, anger and sadness. A lot of regret. A lot of frustration, sick of being ignored, you know, like, I know, like I told y'all, or, well, really, because Keith, the only person that really watched these videos, but, like I said in the last 4 videos, or really the last video of the 4 that I did, I'm going to be talking about things between me and Janae for quite some time. Simply because, you know, there's a lot on my chest. There's a lot that I can't say to her. You know, things I want to say, but I guess, you know, like I said, you know, she don't want to hear them. Like, you know, she told me when we were going back and forth in the emails that she really don't care about the pain I'm in. That's kind of paraphrasing what she said, to be honest. She said something a little more than that, but I'm just paraphrasing. So, you know, like I say, you know, there are things, you know, that okay. There are things that, you know, I'm feeling, you know. Like, I just don't know how we got to where we are right now. I don't know what really changed in her mind, but it was April, I believe, when I made that video. The one, you know, where I said this is, you know, for the love of my life. I made that video. I came clean about a lot of things. I spilled my guts. And, you know, as much as sometimes she comes down on me for certain things I say that I guess she feels like I shouldn't say, that are about her and I, most of the stuff I've said in the video has not really been much that has made her look bad. If anything, everything I've been saying in just about every video where I talk about us has been explaining, you know, the things I've done that, you know, were bad. And that are the reasons why I know she's so reluctant to, you know, try again. You know, like, that's all I've been trying to do. And like I said, with that video I made back then, I thought, you know, we were gonna go. You know, we were gonna try to work it out. Like I said again, to explain, I know she didn't want to do, you know, the long distance relationship. I know that. And so I wasn't gonna try long distance again. You know, because like I said, I know she didn't want to do that. She said it was hard. And, you know, like, I guess the main thing is that I don't want, what can I say? You know, I wanna, you know, like I said, I'm drowsy, so, and a lot of stuff on my mind, so it's hard to get my thoughts together the way I want. But like, I wanted, you know, like I said, I wanted us to try again. Like I said, I know she didn't want to do the long distance relationship. And like, as I told her, you know, when we were kind of going back and forth a week ago, I told her, I said, things weren't going to go back to normal immediately. And while she did answer me saying that, you know, I know that they weren't, but it just didn't feel right, I still felt like that's what she was expecting. When she wanted me to start calling her again, and when she wanted to talk on the phone that night, and I mean, we talked all night up until the morning, up until I told her, you know, I had to go and get off because the battery was low. You know, for her to tell me, you know, like months later, or really a year later, that it didn't feel right, you know, that shit just fucking destroyed me. Like, and I feel like everything, like, despite what she's been saying lately, you know, and while she even tried to say that she wasn't trying to lead me on, this is how I feel. And honestly, you know, right now, since she just said she don't care about the pain I'm in, I gotta stop caring about trying to, you know, protect her feelings, so to speak. You know, like, I've been tiptoeing around things, watching what I say in my videos, trying not to, you know, fight with her. But it seems like no matter what I do, no matter how I try to phrase things in the nicest way possible, she still gets upset. So, you know, I just have to say what's on my mind and how I feel. So, I'm sure, you know, like, to kind of diverge a little bit, Keith said something to me the other day about that I've been being really strong through all this. I just want to say, you know, I appreciate, you know, you saying that, homie, but I have not been strong. I've put up a good facade, like I am now. You know, it is extremely difficult, you know, to it's extremely difficult to not, you know, break down. You know, and like I said, being overcome with all these emotions. And honestly, you know, like I said, I still don't see myself as being strong. Because inside, you know, I have broken down. I've felt like my mind has literally come apart. All I do is think about what happened, you know, and the more she says, you know, you got to stop bringing up the past, or you got to let go of the past, get over the past, that shit just fucks with me and just fucks me up. Because, you know, for me, it's not just the fucking past, you know? It's not just the motherfucking past. Like, you know, I even told her the other day, she makes it very hard for me to not be mean to her. You know, but I fight that, you know, because, you know, she being mean, you know, she's being vindictive, you know, her usual petty self. And, you know, she said something to me the other day about that she don't see me as a positive influence anymore. Now, I took her to task on it. I wanted to know, what have I been doing that, you know, is so negative, you know? Like, outside of asking her different questions and stuff, in which she also tried to say that I was trying to provoke her into reacting a certain way, which I wasn't. Like, I literally asked her, you know, are you talking to anyone? Are you seeing anyone so I can know what I need to do? She asked me, what did I need to do? Or you know, well, I really said it differently, but either way it goes. She asked me, what was it? So I told her, well, I said, if you're talking to someone, I would just have to, you know, distance myself from you for good. Because, you know, for me, it's not, you know, like, as much as I want to remain friends, because I don't want to lose contact with her. You know, we've been friends for so long. I'm trying to keep that going. But right now, we aren't friends. We're just people that know each other. And this really isn't completely my fault, you know, because a lot of it is hers. Like I said, she says she's not mad about stuff anymore. She's just disappointed. But regardless, she's still upset. She's still holding a grudge. And she's been, in little itty bitty ways, she's been getting back at me. Like a long time ago, she said that I, you know, gaslight her. She called me a narcissist. You know, when I was talking to somebody about the stuff that she's doing, they told me she's the one that's really the narcissist and the one that's doing the gaslighting. Because, you know, I'm the one who ends up feeling, you know, bad and feeling like I got to try to fix shit that I'm sitting up here wondering what the hell I did wrong. Like, I know what I did wrong in the past. That much I do know. I know what I've done wrong over the years. The things I've done and said. You know, some of my anger issues in the past. But as time has gone on, I've been slowly working on myself. And things take time, you know? Yeah, I know her and I were together for 5 years, but when I really started trying to change, that was around like 2017, 2018. And you know, so what is 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So it's been like 4 or 5 years since then, you know, that I've been working on myself. But again, the things I'm aiming to change, you know, there are parts of me that have been there way before I met her. And even while her and I were just friends. These are things that are kind of hard-coded into me. I use that word a lot, but it's true. These are things that are hard-coded into me. You know, parts of me that, you know, part of me is reluctant to let go. Because I'm not going to lie. I use some of these things as a defense mechanism. So trying to change how I am, you know, or wanting to really dive into that and actually go through with working on myself. That right there took strength. That is the part where I was really strong at, because I had to really face all the stuff I've done throughout the years. You know, and really start working on myself. But of course for her, as is usual with a lot of women, obviously I didn't move fast enough with changing myself. You know, so here and there I would slip back into bad habits, do certain things. But not because I wanted to. Just because, like I said, it's part of me. But if she really fucking loved me, like she claimed she did, regardless of how she, you know, so-called has fallen out of love now, you know, or whatever, I don't know. Honestly, the way I fucking feel, the way I feel, and she'll probably hate me for this if she watches this fucking video, but the way I fucking feel is that she never fucking loved me. You know, I used to say shit to her a long time ago about her being an android and shit like that. You know, robot. Now, of course, when I said this shit, it was to get to her. Because I knew she had feelings. You know, I knew that. But the way she acted towards me was like she didn't have it. You know, the only emotion she had was getting mad at me. She never really showed me that she was sad. You know, she always showed me anger and a lot of petty and vindictive shit. And I ain't gonna lie, when she would throw it at me, I'd throw it back. Like I said, you know, I'm old enough now, more mature to admit that the shit that I did, the decisions I made to, you know, respond to her in the way I did, none of that shit was fucking right. But at the same fucking time, and I know I'm cussing a lot, but I'm fucking pissed off. I'm trying not to really get extremely angry, but inside, I've been holding a lot in. I've been frustrated. I've been trying like a motherfucker. And I know, honestly, it's futile. But a part of me, it's a feeling I can't shake. Part of me feels like there is something that's still there. And when I talk to other people about the situation, because, I don't leave anything out. And I know there's something else that she doesn't like, that I talk to people about stuff that we've, gone through or whatever. Now, I don't tell everything, but when it comes to something like this, yes, I need a second opinion from other women. Now, I know she's not the same as other women. I understand this. But there are things about women that are similar. Like even like when I was talking to Sonya the other night, even she said that. She said like everybody has there's like 5 different personality types among people and like 5 different looks. That's what she said. She said you're really not going to find much diversity as far as people go, because everybody's going to fit into some fucking category. Like the only really diverse thing about us is that we're different races and ethnicities. That's about it. Because a lot of times you're going to find people who have the same mental illnesses, people who have the same type of disabilities and shit like that, same sicknesses. A lot of people, I mean, this is common sense, but a lot of people have similar blood type. All of that shit. I'm just kind of breaking shit down in a simple way right now. I'm elementary with it. But anyway, there are some things about women that are rather similar all across the board. And I've noticed this in just about every woman I talk to. And Janae is no fucking different. That there are things that women will do, things that women will say because they want you to feel a certain type of way. And they're not going to tell you the truth because they don't want you to know how they're really feeling. So like, even if you stumble upon, that feeling, and know that they may be lying about something, they're going to deny it to the death. They're going to tell you, nope, you're wrong. You need to give up such and such, blah, blah, blah. And I feel like with me and Janae, while I've honestly in everything, I've come to her humble a lot of times. Then things turn into a fight. All I do is ask a simple question, or I send her a long message, and she picks out something out of the message to fight with me about. Like, I don't be trying to fight with her. I just be explaining how I feel, what's going on with me, what I'm still thinking about the situation, the reason why I can't fucking get over it. It's not just the past for me, because some of the shit that I'm upset about and I'm hurt about was just occurring a couple fucking months ago. Honestly, it was only just a month or 2 ago that she was comforting me, when it came to my grandmother passing and the shit that went on at the funeral. Then all of a sudden after that, she went ghost. And then I find out that she said she had to set some boundaries between us. I know I talked about that the last time, but this shit just came out of fucking nowhere. Like, it's really fucking, it's been fucking with me for the longest fucking time. The only reason why I haven't exactly, went off to her about it is because I've been trying to maintain contact. I've been trying not to fuck up things more than they already are. But of course, even while trying not to do that, shit still gets fucked up. Try as I might, she just makes it fucking worse. Like, right now, it's not really my fucking fault. That's the way I feel. Like, I've been trying to fix things. I've been trying to get to the bottom of whatever the problem is. Every time she complains about something, I ask her, explain to me. Like the other day, I told her, I said, I want your help. Like I was telling her, I'm not saying she got to try to help me change. But if you gonna make these complaints about me, if you say that there are things about me you don't like, if there are things that are keeping you away from me, you know, things that, like I said, like make me not a positive influence anymore. Well, back up your fucking claims. Don't just make claims about me and then turn around and tell me, oh, it's not my responsibility to help you. Like, no shit, Sherlock. It's not your fucking responsibility to help me change, but if you gonna make fucking claims, fucking tell me what the fuck the problem is. Don't just fucking tell me that you got a problem with me, that there are things about me that have made you disgusted. You know, no, tell me what those fucking things are. You know, don't keep fucking, like, I get she don't want to do the fucking, you know, long distance relationship anymore. I get that shit. You know, but we invested way too much into this shit. 5 fucking years. And even before that, there were 5 years before that shit. Or really 4 years, because it was 2010 when we met. You know, so 2014 is when we got together. But, you know, 2020 just, you know, kind of, even though she broke up with me, 2020 made it that we had known each other for 10 years. 10 fucking years. Part of that was built up being friends. You know, being there for each other. Although she was more there for me than I was for her. But I apologized about that. You know, because I remember when she went off on me a long time ago. And that's what made me try to be more, more considerate, more caring. Ask her what was going on with her. But of course, even though she went off on me, saying that I never asked her, you know, how she's doing or how she's feeling, what's going on with her. Even once I started doing that, she still didn't want to tell me shit. But she'd be like, I'm all right. It's nothing. You know, so it became that she just wanted me to ask. But she never really wanted to talk to me about what was going on. Then when we started dating, you know, she kind of made a similar complaint again. Because, again, I got wrapped up in stuff and I stopped, you know, trying to talk to her about shit, you know. Because, like I said, she had always been that way before we started dating. So I figured there was no reason for me to ask her what was going on. Like, I could tell when she wasn't in a good mood and something was bothering her, but she would never want to talk about it. But then, you know, she made a complaint about, you know, you don't ask me, you know, what's going on with me, what's bothering me. So I said, you know what, I'm going to fix that. I'm going to start doing it. I apologize. And I did start trying to do that. She never wanted to open up to me. Like, why tell me that I don't do shit? Then when I actually try to rectify it and do it, you still don't want to be open. Like she would only get open and be open to me when she was upset. Now, I'm not going to lie. I do the same thing. But at the same time, a lot of times I'm not upset and I still talk about what's going on with me. And I used to try to tell her a lot of times the issues that I had with, you know, within our relationship. But that always led to us fighting. And that's never what I wanted to do. But according to her, I always had an attitude when I would bring things up. And maybe I did, but I wasn't trying to. Like I said, I have no problem admitting when I may come off too strong or I say something and I wasn't thinking at the time when I said it. You know, but like for her, it was always that, like, you know, like, so she's always been special to me. Even now, with us going back and forth and her saying she don't care how I'm feeling, she don't care how hurt I am, you know, I still care about her. She's still special to me. She still mean a lot to me. I'd be lying if I said that I hate her. Like, even when I was saying it in my last videos, I had to turn around and say later on in the video, I really don't hate her. I'm just bitter. I'm bitter over the whole fucking situation, what's going on right now. And looking at the time on this video, I'm going to end up making 2. Probably 4 or 5. I don't know. Because I'm in a fucking mood. And I really need to get me a camera that can record long videos. You know, I'm using this shit on my phone. But, I really need to get something that allow me to go for, like, if I want to talk 2 hours, fuck it, I'm going to talk 2 hours. But anyway, so, like I said, you know, I still care about her. I still love her. That shit ain't went away. You know, I get that things happen in our relationship. I don't know how many times I'm going to end up saying it. I don't know how many times I'm going to say that I understand what went on. I understand how you feel. Like, I'm not just saying this shit for my motherfucking health. Like, when I tell her, you know, hey, I get how you feel. Let me fix that, though. You know, if I made the mistake, if I'm the one who did what was wrong, the onus is on me to, rectify that. But at the same time, if you're gonna say I did something wrong, be distinct. Tell me what the fuck I did wrong. Like just like you can point out shit that I might have said in a video that you didn't want me to say. Like a video I made earlier this year and she said I mischaracterized her. Like, I know I'm bringing this up again. Broken record. That's me. Eddie the Broken Record. But sometimes you just have to replay. It's like greatest hits. That's what you have to do. But anyway, if you can tell me things like that, then you can still tell me and explain what problems you actually have. That's the shit I'm getting at. Like even my mama has said that she feel like Janae has been lying to me the whole time. And let me clarify what I mean by that, because like I said, Takina said it and Sonya said it. But they said they feel like she has been lying to me about not being in love with me. And the reason being is because the actions don't match up with the words. She'll tell me she don't care, she getting tired of me, and she'll do little things, or maybe she'll make herself be short, but then she might turn around and say a whole lot. And so none of it matches up. See, right now she ignoring me. I'm sure she didn't got all my messages. Like I sent 3 different things. I wasn't trying to blow her up, but one thing I was just, I was trying to change the subject, so I sent her some of my art I had been working on. Then another thing, I showed her with this friend of mine, got me a gift card so that I could, buy Doom Eternal. And I really appreciate that. Like, he didn't have to do that, but, he did it for me. And acts of kindness always move me, because regardless of what some people may think, I'm actually a really nice person. I get mad about shit, but that's the reason why I get mad. That's the reason why I get emotional. That's the reason why I have, wait for it, knee-jerk reactions. Because I care a lot. There are many times where I might have said I don't give a fuck, and to an extent I don't give a fuck, but it depends on what the situation is. Like, I don't give a fuck how people feel about me being emotional, because I'm a caring person. I was raised in a caring environment, no lie. Now, while I didn't have love from the people that I wanted to have it from, i.e. my father, or his side of the family in general, I still had love. My mother loved me. She did everything she could for me. Even when I fucked up and made a lot of decisions that most parents probably would disown their children, my mother was still there for me. She tried to do everything she can so that I could stay on the right path. I wanted to drop out of high school so fucking bad, man. Cause like I was being bullied a whole lot, every fucking day. And like the shit that I didn't know, about my mama when I was in high school, like I didn't know that, we were on welfare. But people used to pick at me about that. Like somebody actually said that when I was in high school. They was like, man, I know your mama get them welfare checks. And I told them, nah, my mama don't get that. She worked. But even though she was working, she was getting it. And, people knew who my mother was. So I assumed that somebody must have saw my mama when she was down there, and they knew that what she was down there for. But I didn't know this shit. I didn't find this shit out till like way later, and I brought that up to her, and that's when she told me, well, yeah, I was getting it. But she was like, how did they know? I told her, I don't really know, but they brought that up to me as a way to pick on me. Even though just about everybody in my school, their parents was either getting like a welfare check, the WIC shit, food stamps, all that. And, I knew we was on food stamps. I knew that. My grandparents had food stamp shit, but still, I was picked on because I couldn't afford what everybody else could afford, My mother didn't have that type of money. And my father, he would always try to get it in the cheapest way possible if he could get me something. If he found somebody that was selling some Jordans, he would buy those, even though they probably might have been some fake Jordans. And that's why a lot of times I never asked him to get me anything, because I knew that it would always be something that was either, you know, like I said, fake, counterfeit, or something that would eventually fall apart even if it was real. Because like I said, shoes don't last that long regardless of what brand they are. Like my cousin gave me some Jordans and them motherfuckers tore up like a month after I got them. And that's because he had been wearing them my whole life. You know, and then they was beat up because he cut the grass on them, which still pissed me off, because I was like, why the fuck you cut the grass in some Jordans, dude? You know, but it is what it is. My bad. You know, I got teary-eyed. And like, I don't like crying in front of people. That's something I'm still not, you know, accustomed with doing. You know, like even when I was younger, I hated when I would get, you know, when my feelings would get hurt and I end up crying, because people always laughed at you for crying, you know? And even being older, I still don't understand why it's funny to people when people cry. Like, unless you can really tell, like on some Kyle Rittenhouse shit, that somebody is faking and not really, you know, meaning the, you know, the tears that they have. But, you know, for me, what I just felt back then, because, you know, my past haunts me. Everything that went on back then, that shit still bothers me now. I got traumatized by kids picking on me every fucking day. Like from 4th grade all the way up until I got out of high school, I was picked on by different people. Some folks came that went to like junior high with me, or middle school, whatever you want to say. Like a dude that was picking on me in 7th grade came over to the other school I was going to in high school and started picking on me there. You know, I hadn't seen him in years. Nigga got there and started picking on him. You know, people found out I had to take wash-ups because, you know, the way our stuff was at home. And, you know, that was me just trying to be honest about shit, you know. But, of course, like I said again, there are some things you shouldn't tell people. But I was just trying to talk about what our situation was, you know, at home. And so, you know, I opened up and said, yeah, you know, I have to take wash-ups. And after I said that, he started calling me W. He wouldn't even call me Eddie. My name, every time he saw me, was W. I'm going to stop this and I'm going to record another video because this is getting towards the end. But I'm going to continue this story.
What else I gotta do? It ain't too much for me to say, shit I gotta prove. So stay the fuck up out my way, you see they got you dude. And a few then torn away, I'm in a bad mood. Please don't fuck with me today, what else I gotta do? It ain't too much for me to say, shit I gotta prove. So stay the fuck up out my way, you see they got you dude. And a few then torn away, I'm in a bad mood. I bring, please don't fuck with me today. They say prissy ain't on top of his shit, I beg to differ.